Dear Iranian and Israelis, today we gather once again in front of the Islamic Regime Embassy to show our solidarity and unity in standing against the terrorist regime in Iran, its terrorist praxis, and all other radical Islamist groups around the world. I don't want to say Iran Embassy because this regime is not our representative anymore and has occupied and taken our country, Iran, hostage. The world must also know that we, the people of Iran and Israelis, are both victims of radical Islamist groups. Iranian by the mullahs regime in Iran, which slaughtered, murdered, tortured, and raped thousands upon thousands of Iranians, as all of us seen in Women Life Freedom Revolution after the murder of Mahsa Amini because of compulsory hijab, in which nearly 600 Iranians were killed, raped, blinded, and slaughtered. And in the bloody November protests in 2019, which were because of the fuel price increase, the mullahs regime slaughtered, murdered at least 1,500 Iranian people in just a few days after shutting down the internet with the crimes such as corruption on earth and enmity against God based on Islamic Sharia law for the elimination of protesters. There are a lot of protests during these 45 years under the dictatorship of Ayatollahs. Israelis have also always been the victim of radical Islamists and targeted by the terrorist group funded and created by the regime in Iran, such as Hamas, Hezbollah, Houthis, and many others. The whole world witnessed what Hamas terrorists did to the Israeli people on October 7, committing the same kind of disgusting brutality and savagery as ISIS. So the danger of radical terrorist Islamist group is very serious. All the terrorist groups such as Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis, and others are trained and prepared by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corp, IRGC, the terrorist organization of the mullahs regime in Iran. In fact, the Islamic regime in Iran is the head of the octopus whose tentacles spread across the Middle East and other regions of the world. The Islamic regime aim is to create a Shia Caliphate empire and spread their radical ideology to the region and the world. So I am here next to the Israeli friend to convey the message of the Iranian people. First of all, I must acknowledge that the Iranians do not have any enmity with any nation, including Israel. The coexistence and friendship between Jews and Iranians also date back thousands of years. Cyrus the Great, the king of Persia and founder of Iran, freed the Jewish people from slavery and led them to return to Jerusalem and build their second temple there. So the culture tie and friendship between Jews and Iranians are very deep. In addition to this, I would like to say the opinion of the Iranian people concerning the funding of terrorist group by the regime in Iran. Iranian people are extremely angry when they see that instead of their money being spent on their country, it is being used to fund terror organization by the mullahs regime. I should also add that the mullahs regime is not only a terrorist group, but also a corrupted regime that steals the wealth and resources of the Iranian people. So the demand of Iranian is clear. Regime change to regain their freedom and democracy and looking for a united, independent, and powerful, free, democratic Iran. Now I have also a message for all Jews and Israelis all over the world. You must know that your enemies are our enemies, and that is Islamic regime in Iran. Along with all its praxis who target the Iranian as well, such as Hezbollah and others, with the cooperation of the Ayatollah regime, they are also targeting Israelis by building terror group to kill Jews with the goal of the destruction of Israel. So we, the people of Iran, stand with you, stand with us, shoulder to shoulder, to fight against devil's regime in Iran with all its praxis. In addition, I would like to aware free democratic country about the danger of radical Islamists. Let's imagine they take power. What would happen in your country? They will kill democracy and liberation, and they want to replace Sharia law instead of modern human values. To achieve their goals, they would also spread terror on your soils. We should not forget that Iranian and Israeli just not only fighting for their country, but they are also fight against radical Islamism, terrorism, which threat free democratic world. So stand with us and support the people of Iran and Israel as much as you can against radical Islamist terror groups, and support the people of Iran to overthrow the Ayatollah regime. Now, just for a moment, let's imagine how the two great nations of Israel and Iran can build a future together. After the collapse of the terrorist regime in Iran, Israel and Iran will shine like a diamond in the Middle East, and peace, friendship, and stability will finally return to the region and the world. The peace also between Israelis and Palestinians will be more viable than ever before. Long live Iran, long live Israel. Thank you very much.